It's a Catalonian qualifying for you today. Welcome along to Spain, to Barcelona, and wherever you are in the world, do you feel the need? The need for speed?
Radio check, radio check.
Radio check.
Okay, so as for the cars around us, just ahead are the fastest lap at the moment, 1:11.7. Antonelli, and we're in front of Piastri, Bearman and Crawford. So, just ahead of us in this session at the moment are, so the current fastest lap, 1:11.8. Leclerc, and just behind us are Bearman, Pepe Marti and Piastri. Here are the top 5 cars as things stand. The fastest lap at the moment, 1:11.3. Antonelli, Norris, Bearman, Piastri and Leclerc. Fantastic, you've got pole position.
Alright guys, good job. So we'll see you next week this weekend. The race is tomorrow. Lots of points on offer.
With qualifying wrapped up now, we have our grid lineup for the big race tomorrow. Be sure to join us then for what will no doubt be a fantastic race. Welcome along, everyone, to sunny Spain, specifically to the Circuit de Barcelona, Catalunya. So many great moments in Formula One history have been written at this very track over the years, including Michael Schumacher's first win for Ferrari back in '96. That win was in the rain. We might have better weather here today, but we're just as overjoyed to be at the Spanish Grand Prix. It's an updated track at Catalunya, and the popular opinion in the paddock is that we never wanted the chicane in the first place. That's now been gone, the final corner is much faster, and at 2.9 miles and 14 turns, we await the Spanish Grand Prix. Let's run you through the driver grid order for today's exciting race. What a qualifying yesterday for George Russell. He'll start today's race from pole position. and Andrea Kimi Antonelli completes the front row. Looking at the rest of today's grid, we have Norris, Behrman, Oscar Piastri and Leclerc, Coulthard, Pierce, Pepe Marti and Tim Tramnitz, Stroll, Hayes, Jack Doohan and Sonoda, Albon, Crawford, Isack Hadjar and Mark Webber, Aaron, Ocon, Vershaw and David Tonitza completes the grid. With preparations almost complete, let's head down to the track. And alongside me today, a man who I'm always pleased to see join me in the commentary box, Anthony Davidson. Now, Ant, you always tell me you know Barcelona almost as well as you know the back of your hand. Given the amount of testing that goes on here and the amount of laps that you and all the other drivers have done, what are the challenges that are left when it comes to the race?
I think it's a well-trodden path, is Barcelona, Crofty. I mean, most drivers will know it up and down the grid. They would have raced here in their junior categories. And you come to Barcelona and there's nowhere to hide. So naturally, that makes all the lap times quite close because it's a circuit you know so well. But there's a key to this track, and it's looking after your left-hand side tyres. There are so many right-hand, it's a clockwise circuit, so lots of fast right-hand corners, puts a lot of energy on the left-hand side tyres. So looking after those through the race, getting your strategy right is vital for this circuit.
Okay, radio check, radio check.
Radio check.
Right, mate, I know it's hot in that cockpit, believe me, but your tyres are even hotter than that. You've got to work really hard today to keep them cool, otherwise we're going to suffer with our performance. Okay, DRS is now available. If you think you can get past, make use of the overtake button and see what you can do. In this lap, in this lap. Push now.
Yeah, happy.
Box this lap, please. Box this lap. Okay, there seems to have been a problem removing the front wing, but we've got to try and put that behind us now and finish the race strong. Get your head down. That was our last stop. No more scheduled pit stops. Let's go. And you've got P15, P15. Leclerc ahead. They're on fresh mediums. And that's Pierce behind. They're on fresh mediums. Look after these tyres now. We want to finish the race on this compound. Okay, 12 laps to go. Isack's in the pits. That's Isack in the pits. Okay, no issues with tyre wear for now. Keep taking care of them. If you think you can get past, make use of the overtake button and see what you can do. Great work, that's a new fastest lap of the race. Okay, as things stand, we'll be third in the championship. Okay, we've got a full course caution. The safety car's out. Keep an eye on the delta. We need to keep it positive to avoid a penalty. Slow down, maintain positive delta.
Yeah, then I agree.
Okay, the safety car's coming in this lap. We'll be pacing the field in... Right, this is a good chance to change our strategy for the rest of the Grand Prix if we want to. There, again. DRS has been enabled. DRS is now enabled. Oh, you worked hard for that one. Congratulations. Well done.
Well done.
Here's the checkered flag. Here's our winner. By George, he's done it. Russell wins.
A great display of dominance today, Crofty, by this driver. They led from lights out to the flag at the end, led every lap of the race. Brilliant stuff by them, and excited to see what more they can do in future races.
And once all the hard work is over, and after lap of brilliant racing, it's time now to celebrate with our podium trio. And taking his place on the top step of the podium, he gave it some hustle. Well done to George Russell. Well, that was certainly an exciting weekend of Formula One. Be sure to join us for more exciting Formula One action very soon.
Hey, Chief. Just a reminder to kick off some research projects. We don't want to fall behind our rivals, and we haven't got anything in the pipeline at the moment. Thanks.
Okay, I'll be honest. These talks have been pretty painstaking, but we're making excellent progress. There are a few details to iron out, so when you're ready, start the meeting and we'll try to smooth over any final issues ahead of a potential deal.
Hey, just a quick one. If you've got some cash kicking around, why not invest in the corporate facility? We can always use more resource, and we can be helpful in hitting your goals. Cheers.
Hey boss, have you got a moment to look at something?
Notice that it's been a while since we've had any upgrades to our facility. Don't forget, there's always things to improve.
Welcome from the beautiful Styrian Mountains for another chapter in the story of the Austrian Grand Prix. It's time to see how our drivers are stacking up after yesterday's exciting qualifying session. Isack Hadjar lines up on pole position, just ahead of George Russell, who starts this event from P2. Moving on to the rest of the grid, we have Coulthard, Ocon, Sonny Hayes, and Albon, Sonoda, Pepe Marti, Doohan, and Andrea Kimi Antonelli, Pierce, Norris, Mark Webber, and Piastri, Aaron, Leclerc, David Tanitsa, and Tim Tramnitz, Crawford, Stroll, Behrman, and Richard Verschoor rounds off the grid. And now it's time to head down to the track. And alongside me in the commentary box today, a man who I always look up to, which is easier said than done, Anthony Davidson. I know what we've got to do before the start of today's race, but what about our driver? What do the final hours look like for them?
Well, for them, you've got your pre-race rituals that you go through. You see different drivers that, some have got their headphones on, they're listening to the music. Some drivers really absorb the energy from the crowd and they're there waving to them. Other drivers, they go within themselves. They chat to their engineers, absorbing that information, that vital information that you need to carry you through the race. And, those pre-race rituals are essential to making things systematic. We do a lot of Grand Prix in a season, and the more systematic you can be, the easier you are within that environment.
Absolutely awesome. Just amazing, mate. Well done.
What a day! He's dominated from start to finish, proving that once more Red Bull gives you wins, and it's a win for Isack Hadjar.
And this really is, as we know, Crofty, a team game. And a performance from the driver like this today gives the team energy moving forwards. It's closely fought in the Constructors' Championship, and this will go a long way to boosting that energy as we move forward.
We had drama from start to finish, but in the end, there was only ever one that could take that top spot. And it's Isack Hadjar who triumphs today. He's claimed that top spot with an outstanding performance. Well, that was certainly an exciting weekend of Formula One. Be sure to join us for more exciting Formula One action very soon.
Okay, boss. Got an interesting bit of news for you. We've had a driver reach out to us to ask if we'd be interested in a preliminary chat with him about possibilities for next season. You can always say no if you're not interested, or we can see where it goes. Your call. Okay, I've said yes to an informal chat. Let's get them in, tell them all about our project, and see what we can learn about them.
Hey, it's been a while since we've had some upgrades to our corporate facilities and, well, if you've got some cash kicking around, don't forget to use it.
Good afternoon and welcome to Spielberg and to a circuit that in one form or another has held every Austrian Grand Prix in the championship except the very first back in 1964. It was at this race that John Watson lost a bet and his beard when he took Team Penske's only F1 victory in 1976. If anything, the stakes are even higher today, with 25 points available for victory and a crucial advantage in the championship fight. The Spielberg circuit then is situated 700 metres above sea level, with just 10 corners making up one of the shortest laps of the season. One time around here is a distance of around 2.6 miles, with the best overtaking chances into turn 1 or the tight uphill of turn 3. Off the back of a fantastic qualifying session, it's time to see how our starting grid looks like for today's race. Isack Hadjar lines up on pole position, and Lando Norris lines up alongside. Moving on to the rest of the grid, we have Antonelli, Russell, Ollie Behrman, and Leclerc, Aaron, Albon, Piastri, and Tim Tramnitz, Coulthard, Tanitsa, Yuki Tsunoda, and Stroll, Webber, Hayes, Pepe Marti, Pierce, Ocon, Doohan, Crawford, and Richard Verschoor rounds off the grid. And now it's time to head down to the track. And alongside me today, a man small in stature but big on comment, Anthony Davidson. Hello. So much to talk about on what is such a short lap. It's the fastest lap times of the season, but that doesn't mean it's not a challenge.
It's a real challenge to get right this circuit. Lots of tight corners linked up with very long straights. You've got 3 DRS zones as well. That means that the racing is often very close, and you can hang on to potentially a faster car if you can stay within that 1 second buffer. But you've then got some higher speed corners like turn 6 and 7 in the middle of the track, and then the 2 final corners as well. Track limits. Yep, there we go. I mentioned it. Be careful.
Yes, yes, come on, we're on the podium. Good job this weekend. That's a great drive. Thank you.
Here's the checkered flag. The fans rise to their feet. It's Lando Norris for victory.
Well, another race victory today. You could clearly see they're driving out there with very little pressure. You know they have the performance. They know they've got the car under them as well. and this has done no harm, of course, for their championship chances.
And it's time for that special moment for our special three today. The podium awaits our top three finishers. He holds the trophy aloft, and why shouldn't he? A richly deserved win today for Lando Norris. Well, that was certainly an exciting weekend of Formula One. Be sure to join us for more exciting Formula One action very soon.
Hey, Chief. Just a reminder to kick off some research projects. We don't want to fall behind our rivals, and we haven't got anything in the pipeline at the moment.